I'm Lisa,
I'm Lori,
and we're
and we
here
have
for another month's challenge chat.
two special guests, Nikki of Pop Culture and Carla or Craft Addict K. Hi.
Thanks for joining us, ladies. So we've got lots to tell you about. So I hope you've got a nice big coffee ready or a drink, and sit back and chill. Get your notes ready. We're going to give you some ideas of many of the challenges that are happening in the month of November 2021 in the Cross Stitch Facebook world. All right, first up is we have got no new starts. And no new starts, as you know, we only have a few things that start at the beginning of the month because we tend to start everything mid-month just so that you're not overwhelmed. And the first thing that is happening is the birthday sale. So for November 1st to 15th, you can choose to just post a start and a finished picture of your progress on Dear Daughter by Blackbird Designs or Hibernation Day by Heartstring Samplery. Or if you don't have those two pieces, anything by Blackbird Designs or Heartstring Samplery. So do you guys have anything you think you would be able to join in the birthday sale with?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I will be joining in the Blackbird Designs. I definitely have my strawberry fields for that, and the Evergreen Lane. So I'll have to choose which one I want to do.
Yeah.
And that is all we've got starting on the 1st for no new starts. So let's go to Daily 30. What's happening this month, Carla?
Oh, we're going to have fun this month because, let me pull it up here. It has to do with the Sound of Music. So the monthly challenge is the song, and I am not going to sing it, but you all will hear it.
Raindrops on roses and whispers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of our favorite things. And there's other verses.
There is other verses. So that is, thank you, Lisa, because I was not going to sing that song on video that could be brought back to me. So it is about your 10 favorite things based on this song. And actually, the person that posted it, Carrie, when she posted the song and she highlighted the words of what she's going to use as her 10 favorite things to help guide people. But to give you an example, when raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, that first line. So if you have something with raindrops, you have something with roses. If you have something with whiskers or kitten, there's four things right there off of one sentence.
All right, let's see. Any of us got anything that would fit those ones? I'll start because I've got one. I instantly thought of raindrops on roses, and my spring house trio has got showers, and there is raindrops and probably roses. So I could choose to do both those on that one. Laurie,
Yeah.
you had something?
Yes, I do. I mapped this out today. So I'm going to share my whip album to go through it. So roses. So I have the Tudor Rose Biscornu, which is a rose.
There it is.
You see it?
On the bottom right.
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Roses. Whiskers. My gnome has whiskers.
He does too. They're not on a kitten, but they're whiskers.
Yes. So I'll stop sharing there. There you go.
Well, I'm going to butt in again because I've got to do the whole sentence at once. I also do have whiskers on kittens.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be working on this one. There's a little kitty cat up the top in my fairy Halloween. So that's my raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. So that's 3. I could probably get 4 actually out of that because there's whiskers on a pumpkin cat too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they're 300 stitches each. Nikki, what do you got?
I think for this one, I am going to go with one of my older whips, which is the Brenda Franklin Rottweiler. He's almost done, and I would really like to get him done.
Aw.
Yes.
I'll push you for a finish, Nikki.
Thanks.
Well,
Let's
that's what we still want to do is finish things.
Yeah.
What about you,
Yeah.
Carla?
Well, if I can figure out how to share my screen, because I would be the one. It's so different on the computer. So, oh, hello, it's down here. So I have a couple that I could show you, but I got the rose right here.
Yep.
Down here, I have my wolf that has whiskers for sure. And there is, I'm sure there's raindrops in here somewhere, but
Alligator girl.
alligator girl, yeah,
Is she sitting in the
definitely.
rain?
I think so. Murky,
Like a
swampy
very
weather.
rainy outdoors.
This one's in the rain, I think.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah.
I think that there's some whiskers right here on my cat for Night Walk Down. I know a lot of people are stitching on that right now.
You got
So-
cats in
So
that,
cute.
that ink circles you just scrolled by. Fire burn
Yep.
and cauldron bubble. There's cats in there.
Yep. My monkey here's got whiskers. Everybody likes my monkey on the toilet. Here's a black cat with whiskers for sure. And what about snow? Snowflakes are rain, correct? Could
They
you
are, but
use-
snowflakes come up later in the story.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Plenty of
There's
choices. There's another cat
plenty
in
of choices.
Cleopatra.
yep. So let me stop sharing. So plenty of choices. And we could go line by line, but I think you're going to get the idea. Bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens. And I think what they mean by that, like you could use copper, like if you have a copper kettle, but if you have the color copper that you're stitching with, your 300 stitches do need to be in that color. So they were very clear about that in the directions.
But if you're
Um,
doing an item, it's just on the piece somewhere. You don't
Right.
have to do 300 on your kitten.
Right, just like it has brown paper packages tied up with strings. Well, some of you are working on Christmas, so you could have Christmas packages
So Laurie,
or stitch something in the color brown.
do you have
Yep.
anything for those lines that we want to show?
I do. Really quick, I am doing coffee Quaker, so the stitches in brown in there.
Yeah.
One of those motifs. So that works.
For sure.
Nikki, anything jump up for you?
I do. I like for the packages tied up in strings to use my dimensions kit. And there's all sorts of packages in Toy Shop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And if you're creative and you explain it, they usually accept it, but you've got to explain how it fits.
And you got whiskers on that dog too, walking in front of that window.
Yep.
on that
Yep. I
toy
could
shop.
probably get a lot out of this kit if I look at it.
So I don't have anything out of brown paper packages tied up with strings, and I'm not stitching any Christmassy woolen mitten pieces. What about you, Carla? Any of those?
I have the woolly mitten things here.
Mm.
Let me pull it up here. I'm going into my album again. I just was showing it. I'd say that's warm. Wooling
Well, yeah.
scarf.
That's who came to
So
my
I
mind.
would
for
print
woolen
that.
mittens.
My scarecrow has mittens, but he's done. So
Ha, he is. All right, brown paper packages tied up string. Crisp colored pony, no. Crisp
cream
colored pony.
colored ponies and crisp apple strudels.
Right.
Yeah.
Cream
Anything
colored
for those?
would work. Anybody got a pony?
I do.
Yeah,
Is yours ready? You go for yours, Laurie. I'll get mine up.
sure. So I have ponies in As the Leaves Turn or in Cozy Cove right there. Pony.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I'd go. So let me stop sharing.
I'm actually because I'm trying I'm still trying to knock things over this month. So I'm still going to try and actually multi-dip these if possible. So you'll see some pieces coming up for different, like I'll use them for multiple prompts. So as soon as I can find the picture, I'll be able to show you what I'm talking about. Here it is, finally, right down the bottom of my album. Okay. My Joy to the World by Twin Peak Primitives. Jumped in my mind for ponies, and then jumping across, it's also going to come in for the snowflakes and the winter that comes up in that. So that will be able to use for 3 of them. And
How about you, Nikki? You got anything jumping?
I think I'm going to take Lori's advice and use Cozy Cove because she's the one that got me started on that one.
Yes.
He has a habit of doing that.
She
I
does.
have Prairie Life Sampler, and that has ponies. Pat and Jack, I think, is what their names were, or Jack was the
Cute.
dogs, but it's got ponies.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, let's see. Doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles.
Well, my joy to the world doorbells is a sleigh bells, but also my Springhouse Trio that I showed you has doorbells.
Hmm.
So I'm covered for doing some more stitches, which is what I want to do. I don't have schnitzel with noodles.
I'm passing on that one.
How about you, Nikki?
I do have one for that one. I'm going to use the doorbell on my winter cabin.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Nice.
And that's also got your snowflakes and your winter coming up.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, I have got my doorbell on Randall Spangler's Trick or Treat too, because it's still fall and I can stitch it if I want to.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Why not?
we have to stitch Halloween in spring, so I don't know what your problem is.
I know, right? Let's see. The next line is wild geese that fly with moon on their wings. So I would say anything that would have wings would be good. Something with a moon. Do you have a goose flying? Anything flying?
I do. I'm sticking with Cozy Cove because, like Lisa, I'm trying to focus on particular whips. And if you blow this up, there is a little bird sitting on that boat, and he has got wings.
He
So,
does.
mhm.
I'm not sure about this one.
And I'm
I was
wondering if you
going to
could
do
do
this
like
one, but I
wild
just realized
animals.
it's not a goose. So I'm being a goose because I'm thinking of doing this one. I think I can do it because in the picture there's
Oh,
lots of birds and there is a goose, but I'm actually stitching the swan.
Well,
But I
it's
mean,
a
the
wild
pattern
bird.
picture has all of them, so I probably can do that for wild geese.
If you say the story.
Yep.
How
Nikki?
about you, Nikki?
I am going for another finish on this one and working on my winter owl.
Oh,
Aw, I
Oh,
like that.
He's
and
cute.
he'd be good for mittens too,
Yep.
yeah.
even though
They
you
must
can't-
be under his scarf.
exactly can't see them, but I'm sure he's wearing them.
I'm sure he has them on.
Definitely. I'm just going to use my trick or treat again because there's a great big moon on there and it needs some attention. It hasn't gotten any this month. So,
Yes.
Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes. So you could stitch with white threads, blue threads. Anybody got a girl or a dress?
I've got the perfect girl, and you know how much I really, really want to stitch on her.
Oh, yes.
I
Push it
call
to
that.
the
I know
finish.
it's a blue dress, but it's blue and white, so I think I can get away with doing her.
Perfect.
Yes. I am the same way. I'm sticking with that gnome because I can get a lot of stitches. So he's got blue and white. So I'll do all the stitches in blue, all the stitches in white when I post, and I'll make that clear. And then he's also got snowflakes, but that's later.
So you'll be able to get 3 out of him, or 4 because you're already whiskering him.
Yep.
Nikki, you got anything?
I think I'll
Girl.
go back to my cabin because I've got plenty of blue and white in the snow on that one.
Mm.
I
Okay.
can knock some of that out.
Let's see, let me share. I am going to go for Sonora. She has not gotten any attention this year at all. And she's a girl in a white dress.
She is.
So time to bring her out. The challenge says so.
Mhm.
Snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes.
So really, anything with snowflakes or eyelashes or a nose.
Or no.
If you're working
So
on those Christmas ornaments, pushing them through to a finish, this would be the time to pull them out for sure.
yes. So for me, my gnome again, because his nose is right in the center, very prominent nose and snowflakes.
So you could use that for 2 prompts.
Yes, 2 separate prompts. So that's bringing it up to 5. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Lucky gnome.
Mhm.
Are you just sticking to your winter, Nikki, or do you have something else?
If I don't do winter, or if I get a little burned out, I'll go back to the dimensions ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
And there's plenty of cold little noses on there to work on.
There we go.
Oh, for sure.
It definitely is.
I think I may try because these need attention too. It's funny as you get to the end of the year, what needs attention. But my Blackbird stockings, I have all 5 of them that I was supposed to do this year. I've started one. That's as far as I got.
Yes.
Time to work on those.
Well, for me, I actually have a piece that I haven't, it needs attention. It hasn't been worked on at all this year. And I could decide to work on this one instead. This is my Once Upon a Tree sampler because the winter is all snowflakes and blue and white. And I actually set myself a goal to get this done before the end of the year. So I probably need to actually do some, which will fit in really well with the No New Starts event of the No New November, where you're meant to be working on either the piece that took you out of the challenge, or you can choose to actually start something and take yourself out of the challenge and start something new. And one of the options was working on a piece that you hadn't yet worked on if you're already out of the challenge. So that would fit in for this for me.
Mhm.
The next line is silver white winters that melt into springs.
So I'm already covered for that. You've got my silver white winters already covered previously.
Mhm.
Yep. And you could use a spring piece too for this, I think.
Actually, what came to mind was my fairy tale town. And I went, oh, that's a beautiful spring, but it's my zombie run, so I don't want to mix it.
Mhm. Yeah,
How about
nothing for.
you, Lori?
I'm
Nothing?
gonna on that one. Yeah.
Nikki?
Anything new we haven't looked at yet, Nikki?
Nope, I think I'm going to stick with mine. I'm going to get some good work on those because they haven't had a lot of love this year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm the same. The next lines are when the dog bites. So I would think self-explanatory has to have a dog in it or something that bites.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And when the bee stings.
Mhm.
Mhm.
When you're feeling sad. Maybe there's a whip that hasn't been touched all year that's feeling really sad. And you could make a story about how sad and lonely it is.
Anyone got any they're dying to tell us for those?
There's a dog in Cozy Cove, so I can just get some work on. Yeah.
And I've got dogs in my scary Halloween and I want to knock that over so it gets extra love there.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think that's
Yes.
pretty well it. There's no build a challenge for it. It's 300 stitches. If you collect 5, you get a 200 stitch discount in January 2022, a monthly event. And if you collect 10 things, you'll get 4 free passes for the weeklies to be used in January of 2022.
Which
So that
gives
was
us a bit of a hint, I think,
Really-
of what's happening in December.
I know that's the first thing I thought is, oh, what do they got in store for us in December? So,
Yes.
Actually, one of those cool gifting ones.
oh, those are fun.
Yeah.
So that's it for the monthlies for Daily 30. I think it'll be fun and everybody can think about their favorite things.
Awesome. So next up, we go to Semi-Sane. Laurie, what's happening in Semi-Sane?
So Semi-Sane has a variety of activities. So first is dodgeball. Dodgeball is a team event, and they kind of already tried to get people to form teams around the 25th of last month. So I don't believe it's too late to start up, but you do need to join the event group, which is separate from the main events Just click to join. If you're already a member of Semi Sane, it will automatically add you, and you need to join a team. So basically, dodge balls are 400 stitches or 100 stitches to dodge. And then you have ghost balls, so 500 stitches to create or 100 stitches to dodge. Now, I'm saying this stitch count so you know this is a very intense game. It is a team game and it's a lot of stitches. So you really should evaluate if you're able to keep up with that level of stitches for a whole month, so you don't let your team down. If not, there's lots of other events you can participate in. So moving on down, Movie Mania is a bit more chill and at your own pace. So Movie Mania is a counting event, and what you do is you choose a movie, any movie. You can go on, by year, you can double dip with some of the pop culture things, but you choose a movie, you find out how long it is, and you add a 0 to the end. So if you find a movie is 132 minutes, then you add a 0, so you need 1,320 stitches, and you just do that at your own pace. You can do as many movies as you think you can stitch in that month. Then there's Whip Day, another event that's really chill. And this is non-counting. So in the month, there are 4 events that happen that are notable. It's Saxophone Day on November 6th. November 14th is Pickle Day, yay. November 22nd, Go for a Ride Day. And November 28th, Red Planet Day. So like Saxophone Day, she's really broad. Work on anything with music. Pickle Day, work on a whip with a pickle in it. Kind of odd. Or Go for a Ride Day, any whip that has something you can ride in or drive. Red Planet Day, work on a whip that has something to do with space. Night sky, stars, moon, all of that. So you don't have to stitch on the day that it's named, just sometime within the month. You don't have to count. You just need to post a start photo and an ending photo showing some type of progress, and explain how your whip fits in with what the parameters are.
And it's a really easy one to get an entry and double dip. So for example, you only have to do the one. So for me, instantly what came to mind was a ride. I'm going to go for a ride on the sleigh, enjoy to the world. Remember, I'm already planning to stitch quite a few hundred for the daily 30. So as long as I just post my start and my finish in the Whip Days event, I get my entry.
Yeah. And then the last one, the November Focus Challenge. These Focus Challenges go month to month to month. Stitch 1,000 stitches on a named focus piece, and you get an entry. So there you go.
And we also get to W and X in the alphabet. So for those of you like us that are a little bit behind, we need to pull our fingers out and do some more work to catch up to get it done on time by the end of the year, because that's the goal.
Yes. Yeah. There you go. There you have it.
On letter B.
Yeah, well, you may not succeed, but Laurie and I can do it. Are you doing the alphabet, Nikki?
I am not doing that one. It sounds like a lot of fun though, and I like your progress.
Thank you. All right, so we're really excited to have Nikki with us. She's one of the admin moderator people from the fantastic new group Pop Cultures Challenges, which we have been talking about since it started, because it is just so creative and inventive, and we are loving the variety. Now, they have made some changes this month, but changes for the better. So I'm going to hand over to Nikki, and she can have the floor and talk us through. There are three main challenges this month, and then a couple of extra things. So go for it, Nikki. Tell us all about it.
Thank you. We're trying to mix it up, and I definitely want to thank you, Free Girls, for helping us. We've thrown a lot of questions at you, and you've given us some terrific feedback. Pop Culture is the brainchild of Diana Thomas. She is in Arizona with myself, and she invited me to help her co-host it. Our ongoing this month will be How Many Can You Stitch? I always encourage people who say they don't like to count or they don't like to be told what to work on, that's a fantastic one to join, because you work on what you want, when you want, and you can change it as many times as you like. So that's a really great one if you just want to get your feet in the water for playing with some of these challenge groups. We have a current challenge going through Wednesday. I kind of made a bet with Diana about trick-or-treaters for the month. and we decided we would do 25 stitches per trick-or-treater who came to my house. My house normally has 50 to 60, and that was going to make it a fun challenge. Carla, you will be glad to know we totally surpassed that last night. I had 107 trick-or-treaters.
Wow.
Which puts us at 2,675 stitches. You can stitch on whatever you like, but the close of that will be Wednesday evening at 7:18 p.m. because I did it when I turned my porch light off, and I did write it down.
And that's PM, what time zone?
That's Pacific time zone. So whatever time, 7:18 for you. I'm being incredibly generous with this because we had way more than we thought. But good news, I did not run out of candy.
Yeah.
And there are Kit Kats still in my kitchen.
Wow, you had to been really planned for that many. I get nobody where I live.
It threw us. We weren't quite ready for that many, but we had a blast. It was fun.
Lucky you had a good stash of candy.
Yes.
We don't really do Halloween in Australia, nowhere near as much as you guys, but you know, there's a little bit of trick or treating, and we had a few houses in the street that decorated, and there were kids walking around trick or treating, but no one came to our door. But I think I worked out it's because we didn't have anything to say they could. So I need to get one Halloween decoration to hang on our letterbox next year, just so that they can come and get some candy. I had the candy ready, but no trick or treaters. So that would have made for a fun stitching challenge. No stitches. All right, what else is happening?
Let's see. We are also going to do our November acrostic. The acrostic seems to be a fun stitch for everyone. This month, the word will be bountiful, BOUNTIFUL. We ask for 100 stitches per letter, and you can use the designer, the name of the chart. Some people use an item in the chart. And if you have nothing to use, you can do penalty stitches for half, which would put you at 150. All of the instructions are online.
And that's really a nice, easy one as well to dip your toe in with. It's not that hard, particularly if you can use any item or penalty stitches.
Yeah, I'm never going to tell someone they can't stitch. There's no fun in that. This is supposed to be a fun thing.
Now, what's your other individual event that's happening at the moment? You've got another bet happening.
We have On This Day in History.
No, choose your week.
And we're doing About the Movies.
Nope, this is another one.
I'm thinking about, let's just do your choose your whip one first before we get into the big ones.
Oh, our choose your whip. I'm so sorry.
Right.
This is brand new, so I'm not used to it. Diana and I have made a bet. And on this bet, we narrowed it down to 2 new Hades for 2022, but we could not decide which one we really wanted to do. So we're going to leave it up to the participants in the group. The final choice to participate, you have to complete a November challenge. If you complete a November challenge, you get a vote. So you can do the acrostic, you can do the Halloween trick or treat. We're going to allow that one or any of the other 2. And once you complete that, we're going to allow you to place a vote, and it will be between the Rainbow Fantasy and the general store.
Oh, okay.
And I'm flipping through to try and find that real quick so you don't have to look at everything else. It's the Very Folly general store that just came out.
Do you mean complete a challenge? Do you mean we have to complete them all, or just any one bit?
Any one challenge. So if you complete Bountiful, you can cast a vote. If Carla completes Bountiful and the Halloween, then she gets 2 votes. We're also encouraging anyone who participates to join us in one of the sales for next year.
Yeah, I mean, like in the movies, there's like 25 movies. Do we have to do all 25 to get a vote, or just each movie?
Just each movie.
Yeah, good. Just wanted to clarify that for the viewers because they might get confused.
Absolutely.
All right, have you found that picture?
My 2022s are larger than I thought. Here it is. Found it right here.
Mine keeps growing for 2022.
Carla, mine is growing because of you and Lori, so I'm putting that blame on you. This is the general store, so it's either going to be this or the Rainbow Fantasy.
Rainbow
Alright.
Magic Study. I'm voting Rainbow Magic Study.
Then
Because
you have to get an event done.
I'm gonna get them all done just so that I can get all my votes in.
And
Okay, I'm ready. I ordered fabric today.
awesome. Okay, so now Wes, let's go to the movies. What's happening in the movies?
Diana loves movies, and her passion for movies definitely shows as the event goes on. This time she has put 25 prompts for movies. She's incorporating her love of musicals into this.
Yay!
It's 100 stitches per movie. You can do one, you can do all 25. But if you do all 25, she's going to give you an extra 50 points.
Cool. Now,
So
I need some help with this. So can we go through them one at a time, please?
absolutely, absolutely. And be creative. As I said, we're never going to tell someone no. So Grease or Grease 2? Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta.
Mhm.
All right. Are you organized, Laurie?
I'm pretty organized, but I needed help too. So
You
I'm just
start.
okay. So Grease. Okay. I'm thinking the jacket, the iconic jacket. And my squirrel, Halloween squirrel, has a jacket. So I'm gonna say, wardrobe or something. Would that fly?
Well,
Absolutely.
he looks like he's wearing a T-Bird's jacket.
Yeah,
He does.
He does with the collar popped up and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
He's trying to be a T-Bird. You could just spin that. But this is why we like having one of the admins here, because she has the authority to say, yay, that works, or no, that doesn't. So listen well, people.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I pop one up?
Please do.
All right. Since Grease is a musical of sorts, and these bears playing the guitar, would that count as a musical for Grease?
I love it. I
All
love
right.
it.
Okay. I'm thinking way out of the box here. But since the star of the musical is Sandy, and Sandy has long hair, and she dresses up and changes her outfits, would my Snow Angel work as someone who's putting on different costumes like Sandy dressed up?
Absolutely. And down at the bottom, the little polar bears can be her little gang of girls.
There you go. Awesome. All right, what's next?
Next one is going to be A Star is Born.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would try. Okay. So on My Good Intentions by Kathy Barrick, I mean, I think she's a star. She's a stitching star. And if it's been a while since I've watched it, but she had a lot of good intentions and she had a lot of heartbreaks. But yeah, I think that would go for
You
me.
know what else? You've got
What?
stars in that pattern.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Thank you.
So it would
And your
definitely work.
thread is gold like a star.
Yeah.
Use it, Lori.
Okay.
Yours, Carla?
Click it. I do. Let me see. Mine is pretty straightforward. Heaven and Nature Sing. There's a great big star right there, the North Star. That'll work.
Nice.
And I'm doing the star as well. We're not asking you yours, Nikki. Sorry.
I'm still working on these. Diana kind of surprised me with them, so I'm kind of tracking the same time you guys are.
Well, yeah. So, what do you got for Greece?
For Greece, I think I'm gonna go out of the box and show you guys just how far we will go, and I'm going to use this gang of men. Just like John Travolta had his gang,
Okay,
I'm gonna use this little gang.
that's the old-fashioned T-Bird gang.
Yeah, absolutely. Matching jackets and everything.
Yep.
See,
Lovely.
I thought you were gonna go with the girl in the tub washing the grease off.
Oh, you like my girl.
I
Yeah.
thought that you were gonna use your girl for that one. I never
You might get some love.
Never thought about putting those guys there. That's a good idea.
And what
Mhm.
about Star is Born?
I think for A Star is Born, I'm going to throw a little bit of Carolyn Manning in and work some stars in the tree trimmer ornaments.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Nice.
those are nice.
Any other ideas, ladies?
That's us done for that. So what's the next
I-
one?
I love it. Next one is going to be The Greatest Showman.
Ah. Mm. I love that, by the way. I would do, okay. So in the circus, you have all of these exotic animals. So the Animal Kingdom would be top of my list for that one.
I love it.
And
I'm gonna do the same thing.
well, I can do the same thing, but let's just be a little bit varied.
Mhm.
I also could do my Alice because
Oh,
she
yeah.
looks like she's coming out through the curtains on a stage, on a show, and she's looking like she's dressed up like one of the other characters in The Greatest Showman.
Mhm.
I like that. For The Greatest Showman, I'm going to go with one of my favorite and use my Santa.
He's
Yeah.
definitely the greatest showman ever.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And he's starting to watch, so I'm going to get my niceties in now.
Yes, it's true. Start of November.
Mhm.
Next up, and I'm not familiar with this one, so if you guys can help me out, it's La La Land.
Oh,
I don't know it.
I remember when that came out. All I remember is like purple.
All right, let's do our
Okay.
favorite thing. Let me Google, because when in doubt, go to Dr. Google.
Yes.
La Land film.
Mhm.
And okay,
I think
they're
it's a
drawn
love
together
story.
by their common desire to do what they love. But as success mounts, they're faced with the decisions that begin to frail the fragile fabric of their love affair, and the dreams they work so hard to maintain in each other threaten to rip them apart. It's a musical romantic comedy drama. I'm just looking for anything that's actually, it's an aspiring actress, so I could probably use my Alice again as an aspiring actress.
And Ryan Gosling plays a jazz pianist. So music.
Yes, jazz pianist, stuck in traffic, Hollywood Hills, car getting towed, walking home in disappointment, traditional Christmas pieces of music. Back to jazz. The romantic visit to the Griffith Observatory. So anything with stars.
Mhm.
Um,
Filming took
Have a-
place in world travel bookshelf.
yep.
Absolutely. I have a good idea for this one. In the romance and the history of the couple, I'm going to use my childhood sweethearts.
Oh
They're
yeah.
reminiscing about.
Mhm.
This one is a lot of fun. So I think I would use that.
What about you, Carla?
I would use my Twilight. I
Mm.
have made some good progress on that. So there's that.
Cute.
I'm playing on the romance thing. So
Absolutely.
Yes.
Next up, Saturday Night Fever.
Oh yes.
mm,
Disco.
Yes, I don't have anything John Travolta. First thing that comes to my mind though is Night. So I'm going to double dip this one because I feel like those guys are all happening at night in my very scary Halloween.
I like
it's
that.
having a Saturday night shuffle up on the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I had
Carla.
like Laura.
Night Walk Down. Most people have that one going. So Night Walk Down, night. There you go.
Love it. How
I-
about
Go ahead. What do you got?
a lot of people working on this one now? Let's go with Moonlight Sampler.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that pretty?
it
How have I
is.
missed that one? That one's pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Mm.
Hmm. And you know, I always go with the big screen. So the big things, I have Stargazer. Not a very good picture of Stargazer, but it's at night and Saturday night in my household. When the weather's nice, we're camping.
Mhm.
Love it. Great idea.
Mhm.
Mamma Mia.
Oh,
Mamma Mia is about, is it set in like Tuscany?
Yes.
and it's one of Samantha's favorite.
No, it's,
Sure.
it's a comedy romance, mother, daughter.
Musical, anything musical related. It's on the water. In their water, yeah, they're on the water because there's a boat dock and stuff.
There's a boat dock. Yeah.
Cozy Cove. There you go.
Yep, perfect. Ooh,
Here, I got a fun one for that. Let me see if this one works. Okay. Nikki, asking the subject matter expert. Mamma Mia on the ocean. He's got the light cords. Oh, Mamma Mia.
it's a comedy.
Love it.
Comedy.
Love it.
That would work.
Sure. You got the water? I see a boat on the horizon.
There you go. And he's in trouble. He needs his mama.
You've also got flying wings on that one, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Whew. I'm struggling with this one. I think I'm going to go with the same hints that you just gave. Totally out of left field, though, for this one. Anzac, because of the boat on the water.
The boat. Perfect.
All right.
You know, you could probably use your angel, your Spanish angel that you've been
Yeah,
working
but she's not
on.
in my. I would use her. Like, she definitely is the right comedy, dancing, singing, but she's not in my.
She's not your
fine
22
tunings,
that
I
you're
think.
focusing. Okay.
I'm going to use my boat in Quinto.
Oh,
There's a boat right there.
Yeah.
Next up is Bohemian Rhapsody. Think music.
Mm.
Put a gun against his head. The trigger now he's dead.
You know, I'd probably use my happy camper with my guitar playing bear again.
yeah. So went on that retreat. Yep.
I'm gonna double scary. Sorry, Laurie. Scary Halloween because of the bit in the middle of the Scaramouche, Beelzebub, you know, like devil attacking sort of thing, and so a Halloween piece would fit in well for that.
Mm-hmm. I would do world travel because Queen did go everywhere around the world. So
Nice. I'm going to have to think about this one. I don't have anything that comes to mind quickly to use.
Okay.
Next up, the pirate movie.
Mhm. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
anything with a boat would work.
I was gonna say
Yep.
Anzac.
Double dip your boats and put some more stitches in them.
Yep.
Yep.
Because
Quinto for me.
And in this event, this is one, unlike when I'm talking about the supernatural, where I try to do a different one in each. Even though I do however many hundred I want in this one, there is an advantage to me doing all of them because I can get those bonus points. So plus I can get an extra vote on the piece for Nikki to do.
Yes. So I love to show my quirky get cracking. So there's my vote. Ah,
Nice. And we might as well triple dip with the next one. The next one coming up is pirate movie. Hit those boats again.
yeah.
What about, and the next one after that?
The Lion King.
All right. Want me to show it this time, ladies?
Yes.
I gotta find it to show it. Obviously, the first thing that comes to our minds when you were talking about the Lion King, except I can't find mine, it must be right up the top. I really need to organize my week better for 2022. There it is. Here it is. Come on now. Obviously, for those of us that have it, there is a great big lion under the tree in the Amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf. So there you go.
So pretty.
It is. Is anyone doing anything other than the Amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf?
Not
The more I
me.
look at Quinto, the more animals I find, and there is a lion at the
There
top.
is
Oh yeah.
so much in that piece. I can't wait to start it.
It's so much fun. It's addictive.
All right, what's our next movie?
Mary Poppins.
Oh, dang.
Something's
Gonna make Carla work.
okay.
Well, I have Mary Poppins, but I can't start it until December.
Oh no, well you can. It can knock you out of the
That's why I
challenge.
excited. I was like, yes, Mary Poppins. No, I don't want to start it.
November.
Yeah, November. Do you reckon the showers in my spring house trio, because Mary Poppins has her umbrella and it rains on them in the park?
Mhm.
Oh,
I love it.
sorry, it's being spastic. There it is.
We're making all kinds of stories for you, Nikki. I
Make
hope
the
you enjoy
stories.
it.
I
But
love
this is
reading
good,
the
and it
stories.
shows everyone, having Nikki on here shows everyone just how flexible, spin the story, and it's good.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
The stories are fun.
Yes. I would do World Travel Bookshelf because there's a little London section in there.
Nice.
You know what? I'm going to do something different. And just because, I'm going to use Seeking Refuge because there's a big house and Mary Poppins goes to the big house.
Oh yeah. I like that.
Very nice. And I will see your Seeking Refuge and raise you a perfect world with my house.
Oh, I want to do
Oh,
that one.
yeah.
I don't have it yet, but I want to do it.
Lovely.
Pretty.
Next up, Rent. And with that, directly behind that is Chicago and West Side Story. So if we think carefully, I think we could knock all three out.
We could.
Yes. I would do world travel for all three of those. The urban theme, and I believe those cities are represented in there.
Gonna pull out a newer piece and do Book Street by Jules Designs.
Ooh,
Mm.
yep, that fits in with the cityscape sort of thing. I'm trying to find my picture of the one I want to do. They always hide in my album. I'm going to do a house. Here it is. It's my Blackbird, so this one is probably most likely going to be the one that I double dip. But Evergreen Lane, there is evergreen lanes in lots of those cities, plus those sorts of houses. So I think that's what I would probably try to do for those ones.
Got it.
Do you think I could use my because I'm not familiar with those movies. That's the one thing. I'll be watching more movies, but do you think that I could relate this into Chicago, Rent, West Side Story, the creepy old house on the corner, something like that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I love it.
You got to pay
Alright.
rent to live there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, let's get creative with Aladdin.
Mm,
Mm.
Aladdin.
Think maybe carpet.
Mhm.
Well, I'm actually thinking very weird, but what comes to mind out of the ones I'm doing is my Stitch in Time, because there's so many things happening, and I feel like, the magic lamp here in the middle. It's okay. It's a sand timer, but it's a magic sand timer, that sort of thing.
You
I like
got
it.
a lot tapestries on that piece that you could use as they were
There's lots of
rugged.
things. There's heaps. I'm seeing so many more things on here now. There's an umbrella I could use for Mary Poppins.
Yeah. And for me, I keep saying world travel. I haven't shown it yet, but this area up here is very Aladdin.
Oh yes.
Very much. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
And I think I will try By the Fire because Aladdin rides on a carpet.
Oh, that one's
Yep.
pretty. I like that. I am thinking for me, it will be trying to open them before I share my screen so it's bigger, but I think what I would use would be my museum shelf because there's got to be
Okay.
something in there that would speak to Aladdin, to rugs, tapestry.
Yep.
Look at, there's little Egyptian stuff down here. So I think I can make that work.
Lots of pieces on that one, sure. And then we go West Side Story. We could do with Chicago and Rent, Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, well, I'm not going to show you, but Instantly Beauty, Alice, Beast, Amazing Animal Kingdom.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Looking down the list, I'm going to see if I can find a harder one. How about Phantom of the Opera?
That's not harder for Carla.
Oh, God, I know. Wait a minute. Oh, nope, not that one. Look, I got the perfect one. I'm going to show you guys. Look at that. Phantom of the Opera.
Yep.
I really like stitching on it, actually. So that-
Vetoed, Carla. You can't use that one.
uh-huh.
Only if your name's Carla, you can use that one. Everyone else can.
Only for Carla. Everyone else can use it.
Uh-huh. I'll come up with something else.
I again would use my Alice because she's coming out of the curtains in the opera.
Mhm. Yeah, I probably would do World Travel Bookshelf again. There's a theater piece in there, right in front of the Tower of Pisa. So yeah, there you go. World.
I actually need help with ones you skipped over, Footloose and Dirty Dancing.
Oh, both are great dancing movies. Couples dancing. Footloose has a barn where the big movie is played.
Oh, okay. But is my barn on my list? No, my barn's not on my list. I finished my barn.
You could use your Alice too, because she's dressed up to go to a dance.
True. That's true. All right. Alice is going to have to do for them, I think.
And my barn in my dimensions kit, the tree farm looks like it's a little barn house.
Yeah. And it's dressed up for a Christmas dance.
So if I can stretch that into Footloose, that just shows you we'll take about anything.
Yeah.
How about Sister Act or Hamilton?
Ooh.
Mm.
Well, the only link I see between those two is sisters.
Anything with the trio of girls, maybe?
I would do for Hamilton, and it's kind of a stretch, but My Liberty's Welcome, 1776,
Mm,
along the theme of America getting started.
You know, I haven't stitched on that this year. I need to get mine out. Maybe that'll be a good reason to get it out and stitch on it.
all right. You guys, anyone else got things to do? Because then I'm going to need your help.
I'm going to take this one because of the trio of the lion, the scarecrow, and the Tin Man. 3 girls, and I'm going to pin this trio into it.
Nice.
Ooh, the trio.
Your wheels are turning, Lisa.
I'm going to share my screen so you can see my wheels turning. So, remember, only some of these pieces are on the available options list. So what is it? It's Sister Act and Hamilton. The only thing I have with a trio, I have a trio of lampposts in a house that they might have lived in Hamilton.
That looks like a Hamilton house.
And a house
Yeah.
that could look like a convent sort of house. Would that work?
Sure.
All right, there you go. Evergreen, Lantern Lane.
Diana's gonna love all of these passes I'm giving you guys.
Well, it definitely helps, especially if people just they get stumbled on, and it's probably something that would stumble people trying to think as to how they would tie it in and will it fit.
Because Hamilton to me, I think of early American, I think of soldiers, I think of rap. But rap is hard to do in cross stitch. and Sister Act, I think of singing and nuns. What we got next?
Little Shop of Horrors.
It's about a crazy plant.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I think about any Halloween piece you could probably tie into that.
Yep, you could get one last piece into a Halloween.
I got a
Mhm.
great one. Strawberry Fields, the crazy plant next to the house.
I love it.
Yes.
That is the crazy plant from Little House of Shop of Horrors.
Yes. You could even spin Night Walk Down because it has that plant swirling up around her, and you could say that, crazy plant. Yeah.
How about for Hairspray?
Hairspray's dancing teenagers.
I could probably tie something like this, maybe. I don't know. You tell me. There's Hairspray. Because his hair is all up under. Don't they have the big spiky, like all the hair, I could try.
Spin that one, Carla.
I might have to think on it, but I don't know. Could be the little one that sits at home.
I can go back to my declaration guys with all the hairspray they had in their wigs.
Yes, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Definitely works for there. I really have nothing coming into mind other than else. Else is going to get finished by the looks of this.
You didn't think we were going to make this terribly easy for you, did you?
No, it's good. I'm happy to be not easy.
Yeah, if you had something with a TV, because she's big on being in a TV show. It was set in Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, so something New Englandish, maybe. I don't know. Would you go that far as if you could explain it to where? I don't know.
Yep. If you can explain it, if you can spin it, we're going to take it.
Okay.
And then last one in the list is Wicked.
Scary Halloween with the witches.
Good. I can go back to my Oz. It's got the
Yep.
Wicked Witch's shoe on it.
We did
That
miss
is the movie list for the month.
Miss 6.
Really
That's,
get
that's,
your brain going.
I mean, there's other movies on the list, but those are some good ones. I think that we gave a good analogy of kind of what you're looking for, Nikki, for sure, when you're looking at those, not to intimidate anybody from joining in on the challenges.
Absolutely. And don't think it has to be the main theme. Be creative. I mean, we're using carpets for Aladdin and
Right. And if you want, and you have a Beauty and the Beast piece, you can do more than 100 stitches and still earn points, correct? Is that how it works? For every
Absolutely.
100.
for
So you don't
every
have to
100.
do all the prompts. So if
Yep.
there's something, you can still earn points just doing multiple sets of 100 for the same prompt.
By all means, if you're enjoying that pattern and you're getting your stitches knocked out, keep right on going. You do not have to stop at 100, which I know a lot of people like. And it's just a beginning photo and an end photo, not even a photo every 100 stitches.
Awesome. Just say how many 100 you
I
did.
love that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nice. Nobody wants to stop to take a photo.
No,
No,
definitely not.
you're right.
Thank you for that. And then the
Thank
last event we've got, so what was that, Laurie?
I have one question. So we talk about double dipping, and a lot of times you take a photo and you post multiple places. Can you post your start and your ending photo at the same time, or does there need to be time in between posting your start and posting your ending?
Our group wants this to be fun, so your start and ending can be posted at the same time.
Yay.
Get all your stitching done and then do your post. The other thing that a lot of people don't know that pop culture does, and Diana's really adamant about this, is half stitches count for a full stitch.
Oh, really?
Covered the block, knock it out. So Carla, when you're doing those 2,600 stitches for Halloween, if you've got anything going with half stitches, knock them out.
Okay.
Nice, thank you.
I didn't know that, so that's good to know.
Yep,
Okay.
half stitches count.
So the last event you guys have got in pop culture, and remember, you do not have to do all of these events. It's basically so everyone has something to stitch on, I would imagine. Would that be the right? Yep.
Not everybody's a movie buff or a history buff, so we try and mix it up.
So this day in history, and there's about 20 prompts in this as well, but we can double dip across the events, can't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this isn't working the same way with 100 stitches. So I think if I just give you the quick summary I thought of, and something pops to your mind, if it's something really urgent you want to show us. Otherwise, we'll hoon through these, because see what we can double dip. Diana's gone through, I presume it's Diana, this day in history, and in November, all these exciting and fun events. And I'm not going to read you what the events are. You can read them and enjoy them when you're looking at the list. First one is something to do with the sky or the beach.
Cozy Cove.
Yep,
Lori, there's lots of sky in it.
definitely.
Yeah.
What about next one? Dogs. My
Cozy
Scary
Cove.
Halloween.
Mhm.
Cozy Cove. The Frontier, and it says it doesn't have to be American. So does that
I
mean
do
it's sort of
very
all
like-
worldly, do you think?
Absolutely.
Egypt, Tomb, or Britain?
I
World
use
travel.
Sonora.
Games, family, or Monopoly?
Stargazer. Family camping.
Addie's window shows a family, the little girl and the mom.
Mhm.
Basketball, Canada, or Kansas?
Wizard of Oz.
I was gonna say, that's a Wizard of Oz right there.
You have a Wizard of Oz. Can you think of anything I have for basketball, Canada, or Kansas?
Do you have anything with leaves?
Yes.
Canada has, like, isn't one of their emblems the orange leaf?
Yeah.
The maple leaf.
The maple leaf.
Maple leaf? Mhm.
But would it need to be a maple leaf or just any leaf?
I think you could tie any leaf.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Music or writing? Any of the bookshelves.
Mhm.
Yes.
Anything with a book.
Kids or TV?
Trick or
I'm going to
treater.
jump back to the writing one
Yep.
super fast, just because I love this piece and I don't see it a lot with the butterflies coming out of the book.
It's beautiful.
I gotta tell you, Nikki, I can't wait to see your progress photos for your album next year.
I've got a lot of work to do.
So anything with kids or a TV?
As the leaves turn has the little boy in the pumpkin patch there.
Military?
Kids on the front of Cozy Cove.
There are kids on the front of Cozy Cove. Military?
I would use my Twin Towers for that. We haven't shown that yet today. I could
Yeah.
show it, but I think everybody's seen it. There it is. Let's see if I can find it. It's the Twin Towers and the flag.
Mhm.
Let's see. There you go. And I've made it down
Oh,
to this
that's pretty.
building here, so I'd say that would go for military, at least. Sure.
I actually have a military to show you, because this is my standard military piece, and I'm I don't think I'm going to be doing it, but if I can't think of anything else, I'll have to. My Once Upon a Fairy Tale, because to me, whenever we think military, I think of these two knights fighting in the middle. So that comes out often in my brain as a military piece.
I like that.
Royalty.
I'd use museum shelf.
I would actually use my alphabet sampler because I'll show you because we haven't seen it yet today. But in the C here, there's a crown.
Yeah.
So I can use that for my royalty. Trying to find something that fits this in because I've got to get, lots of work done on it. Traveling or books? Come on, Laurie, we know what you're going to do.
Yes.
World travel bookshelf.
Yep. And any of the bookshelves, really. And obviously, Nikki, you would use that nice book one you showed us before.
Isn't
Yep.
that pretty?
The houses. Desert or flowers? Now, come on, that's pretty chalk and cheese here. My Amazing Animal Kingdom has desert and flowers. Stitch in Time has lots of flowers. Anyone else got anything they need to say?
Language of Flowers.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, good one.
We haven't. Have you got it ready? We haven't seen that yet this week.
Oh, sure.
Because this is your alphabet.
No, it's not.
Oh, isn't it? No, that's the other one.
Oh, it is my alphabet. Yes. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
That's
Brain
right,
freeze.
there
Here
it
it is right there.
Pretty.
Now
Is
you
that
guys,
Rosewood Manor?
what?
Is that Rosewood Manor? The language of flowers.
It is. It is.
You guys have a bit of a love affair with New York. The next one says Elvis Love in New York.
Yeah.
So any of the pieces we used for New York last month, we could use again.
Yes.
Elvis, music, love,
Twin
romance. We've already
Towers.
got the love and everything. Canals, water and ships.
Any of our boat
Done a
ones
lot of
would be good.
ships.
The boats,
Yeah.
the river, the springs. Paris, hot air balloons and flying. I got to show you something on this. I just noticed that I've never seen before. Did you notice this, girls, that there are hot air balloons up here?
Oh my, no, I didn't.
No.
So there you go. A Stitch in Time has hot air balloons.
That's why I love these challenges. We see things we've never seen before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quinto, I believe, has a hot air balloon
Yeah.
right in the middle, right here.
Yes, it does. Oh
Oh.
my goodness.
Yes. Of course, so does World Travel Bookshelf.
Of course. Of course it does. Carla.
Well, I was just sitting here in awe of your guys's, so I quit looking.
That's all right.
That's okay. I'm sure I have something in here that would fill that.
But it's got flying anyway, so bird would do.
Mm-hmm.
And Paris. So London, rivers, fairs, or cold. Like there's lots of choices there.
Yeah, any winter scene would be cold.
Yep. You could use a fireplace scene.
Queen or 80s music. Now this one I need help. Unless you're going to let me do Queen as in the Crown.
Anything with music, you could, I would think.
Yep.
Yeah.
A musical note.
Musical notes. Something had musical notes. Where did I find those musical notes? I remember pointing that out last week, didn't I, Laurie?
Well, I
You
know
did.
Nikki's got a Santa Claus that has musical notes.
Yep. He has notes in the background. Backstitch, here I come.
Mm-hmm.
Piece with the musical notes. But the other thing you could do is things like Joy and Noel, because it's got the words based on the 12 days of Christmas.
Yes.
Monkeys, Carla, just for you.
I think that one was made for me. Because Nikki saw my little post today. And she was like, "Of course you would have that pattern.
Monkey.
Of course." I can find
I'm going to
Oh,
put
here it is.
my Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
So here is my
Yes.
monkey, my dressed monkey on the throne. And she's making a lot of progress. I'm over here at this point. We're almost to the top corner.
Oh wow.
So cute.
Dress monkey.
Flying monkeys in my Wizard of Oz.
Oh yes, Wizard of Oz comes in handy too. Thanksgiving. Now, would you accept the pumpkins in my Scary Halloween for Thanksgiving?
You give me a story with it. Why not?
Well, as in that you usually eat roast pumpkins for Thanksgiving. Yeah, because we don't have Thanksgiving, so it makes it harder. Any Thanksgiving pieces from you guys? You'll have some of these, I imagine.
It would just probably be my Twilight or maybe my Happy Camper. They're having dinner together. Maybe I'd use that.
That's a cute one. Cozy Cove always reminds me of a Thanksgiving scene.
Yes, it looks very like fallish, definitely heart of summer or winter. Yeah, I would agree with that.
And last one is geese. No, sorry, there. A horse-drawn cart. Thing.
Yeah.
A horse-drawn carriage. So my Joy to the World has the horse-drawn carriage.
And my Prairie Life sampler has horse-drawn something. Wagon. That would work.
Horse-drawn. I could use As the Leaves Turn, which I haven't shown that. Have I today? I'll show that really quick. Not many people do it, but it has a horse-drawn. It has a horse-drawn trolley back here and a cart. Plus, there's Cozy Cove that has the horse-drawn cart. Would that work?
Yep,
Mhm.
absolutely. That's what I was thinking with the horse-drawn.
Okay, and then the next group then is mythological stitches. And I'm just reading through, but I'm having a little bit of issue. They have a monthly project, and then they also have weekly ones that come out. The monthly one is about the cornucopia of finishes. So I'm thinking they want us to finish pieces because there's no stitch count. I'm just scrolling through. So how many finishes and FFOs will you put into your Horn of Plenty? So I think they're wanting to focus on getting some finishes. So that's exciting. I like that.
That's
And
a
then
great idea.
The weekly one is called Sacred Foods, and there's 4 weeks of these. And week 1 is honey. So 200 stitches on a project that has bees or honeycomb. Anyone got anything for that off the top of their head?
I just finished mine.
You did. I know that's the problem with finishing.
Yes.
I probably can. I'm not 100% certain that they are, but there's lots of little insects flying around in Anzac that, you know, there's a difference between some of them. Some of them are obviously butterflies. Maybe some of the others are bees. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I was just thinking, Pandemic 22, I believe, has a bee. Is it a bee skip when it's on the little riser?
Yes. So surely that would be okay.
There's a bee in Quinto.
Ah, awesome.
I had to look, but
Yeah.
there is a bee.
Fantastic. That's a great piece. Looking forward to that one. Carla's still looking. We'll pass on Carla.
I'm gonna pass on that one because nothing's jumping out of my stuff.
And we
But I
don't need to look this one up, but 200 stitches on a project using honey colored thread. 200 on a project that shows fire. For me, that's my Anzac because of the fire breathing dragon on the side. I'm a horse. Any fire from you guys?
My Stargazer has fire. I think I should. Well, let's see. So there's a little fire over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And you could use that for the next prompt too, Carla. It shows a river. You've got a little river coming through the mountain.
Yep.
So the last prompt, I know sometimes there's a river or a glass bottle. So do you have any fire, rivers or glass bottles?
I think I can maybe, if I talk it through, maybe the hurricane lamp on the fireplace is a bottle,
Plus
and then
river outside.
fire in the river.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a river out the window.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
What about you, Laurie?
No, I would have to, I do have the stream at Darhaven, which is a river.
Mm,
So that really quick.
we haven't seen it this week.
No, because I don't want to stitch on it. Be
Well,
honest.
for me, I actually would finally get to do this one, which I know is the world's worst picture, but my Fairy Tale Village by Abris Arts, a fairy tale town, because that is a river, because it goes through under the bridge. So I could do that for a river.
Yeah.
And that, my friends, is almost it. We have one more to do, which is full coverage fanatics. Carla.
Oh, buggers, that's me. Okay, so full coverage fanatics for this month, pretty easy. Their monthly is to stitch on a holiday themed. Obviously, it has to be a full coverage piece. It can be any holiday. So tell your story and why it's holiday themed. So you're looking at 4th of July, any holiday. Halloween. I mean, I don't think it has to be a banker's holiday, it just has to be a holiday. They also have their monthly bookshelf challenge for November. And those were posted. It's actually been yearly, but each month they post for that month. So there's 3 books. You're stitching on the page counts for those books. And if you want to know what they are, I can tell you. If you want to know, let me see. And I've been keeping up with that one, believe it or not, fairly closely
Well,
anyway.
while you're looking for them, do either of you have a full coverage for a holiday? I have one, but it's not on my circuit at the moment, but I can show you if I was going to do this, which I'm not. I would work on my Christmas house too from Artsy, because it's
That's
about the holiday
pretty.
of Christmas. So
Mhm. That is a really pretty one.
I do, but I haven't started it, so I feel like I'm cheating by showing it, but I bought it. And
Should
it is
always
you're enabling people. It's a good thing. They might want to start it too, Laurie.
okay. A snow job. I just don't know. I tuck things away so I don't tempt myself, but I get them anyway. Carla,
Then
if
you
you're
show them to me and I'm tempted.
uh-huh.
the vicious cycle.
Yes. So let me share my screen. I had to make sure I didn't show the chart because I'm pulling it up. Here we go. And I think it's gorgeous.
Oh
It-
yeah.
I cannot wait to start it. So that's why I have to hide it from myself. It's a hate.
It's got a horse-drawn carriage in it too.
Yes, it does.
Not gonna
And
do
I
it.
would use my Declaration of Independence piece.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, Carla, what have we got in the books?
Let's see, the books, there's 3 books this month for November. It is The Diary of a Young Girl for 2,830 stitches. And there is Angel's Ashes for 4,520 stitches and Becoming for 4,260 stitches.
Awesome.
So they're not small stitches, but full coverage fanatics, you're putting in a lot of stitches on full coverage to make some progress. So,
All right.
in there, just as a reminder for full coverage fanatics, at the beginning of the year, they started 22,000 stitches in the year, so of 2021. So that was kind of a goal. So we're wrapping that up. It's already November. So if you're still working on yours, and I have seen people post in the group that they have accomplished theirs back in June, and I haven't seen any recently. So if you're getting yours wrapped up, this is the time to post your finishes.
Awesome. Thanks for that reminder. Well, girls, we're done. We told you it'd be a long one. I know that some of us are dying to go and get some dinner, but thank you for joining us. We hope that that's helped give you some ideas. As always, best place if you need more help, there's usually a question thread on the groups that you can ask, or we find it best if you chat to people in person. So there are quite a few stitching chat group rooms that you can join. and just jump on and ask away. I know that any of the admins and any of the groups are usually happy to answer questions. So come along and join us and have a great month of stitching. Before we know it, it'll be December.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Nikki and Carla. Bye.
Bye.